It is another month. That means another TBR video. So here we are. I'm so excited because there's something about starting off the month and having so much hope that all of these books, like, you're gonna read them. Like, you're gonna find the time to read these books. Another month, another ambitious TBR for me. How cute is this? Like, we're in the little Valentine's corner of my room, and I thought it would be so cute for us to do our little February TBR video over here. Specifically, I love reading in the month of February because I always feel in such a romance mood. Like, I just want to read all of these romances because I love Valentine's Day. I love the aesthetic that comes with Valentine's Day, and I just love Valentine's Day. Needless to say, that's what a lot of this TBR is. Let's just get straight into this video of what our February TBR is going to be this month and see how many of these books I'm actually going to read. Probably not a lot of them. Okay, I'm literally just going to sit here and pull. I think I counted it. I think it was like 24, more or less, books that I have on my TBR. Who do I think I am? First and foremost, I had Haunting Adeline on my TBR last month. You know, I never got to it, but this month I am genuinely dedicated because I want to make a reading vlog of these two because I've just heard some things about this book, okay? I've heard some things. Not enough where I know what's going down, but like enough where I'm like, okay, I want to get my reaction because I feel like it's gonna be something. Next, I am finally going to read 7 Days in June this month. I have just heard so many things about this, and I have had this on my TBR for such a long time, and I really want to read it. It's literally about two authors, I think, and they've been like writing about each other in their books ever since they met years ago. I have just heard absolutely beautiful things about this book. Next up, we have Once Upon a Broken Heart. Now listen, I know that it's very heavily recommended that you read the Caraval trilogy before, but listen, I read Caraval last month and I didn't absolutely love it, and I just want to get into this and see what everyone's talking about with this. I'm not too concerned about the world building or potential spoilers for the Caraval series, so I'm just going to go straight into this month. Next up, we have The Chase, which is the first book in the Brer U series. This is kind of like a companion novel series to the Off Campus. You do see some of the people from Off Campus in the Brer U series. And I have had, again, these books that have sat on my physical TBR since like the beginning of last year. And I just need to get to them, especially since I've kind of been in this like sports romance vibe. I really want to see, especially after stepping away from the Off Campus series and really enjoying other hockey romances, how I feel about Elle Kennedy's hockey romances. So I really want to get to this one as well. Next, of course, we have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. This is one of my most anticipated reads for 2023, and this takes place on Valentine's Day, so it's literally just appropriate that we're reading it in February. I can't wait to read it. I love Lynn Painter, and I am so excited for this premise. It's like Groundhog's Day meets Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's the basic premise of it. Next up, we have By a Thread by Lucy Score. Guys, this is going to be the month that I read more Lucy Score books. I feel like her books have been getting more traction in the past few months, especially last month. I feel like I know Sarah was reading some of her books and has been loving them, so of course that motivated me to read this and pick this up. I know that Lucy Score does Grumpy Sunshine very, very well in a way that I like, so I'm gonna read this month and see how I feel about it. My book club's picked for the month, so if you guys don't know, I do have a book club. It is called We Read That. It is a Discord server that you guys can join. It's always linked down below, and it is a huge community of people that are just sharing all their things and all their opinions, and it is a super nice community over there. There's a lot of different channels that you can go to. This is this month's pick for February, which is X's and O's by Amy Lee. This is the second book in the series, which obviously you can see the other one is sitting there, but specifically this one, she's like a bookstagrammer, and she basically wants to have her own like second chance romance. I just feel like it's so relatable as like an avid romance reader to like want to live out those specific tropes, and she basically wants to go through her list of exes, and I think this guy is her roommate, and he's like a firefighter, I think. Yeah. yeah, but first I am going to be reading Set on You by the same author, because this is like the first book in the little thing. I know that they are basically interconnected standalones, like you don't have to read this book before you read that one, but you guys know, I've said it before multiple times, how my brain works and doesn't let me enjoy many things, so I'm going to read this one. But I am so excited to read this because she is like a fitness influencer and he's always taking up her favorite squat rack, like, and I am just so interested to read about a fitness influencer and like the romance revolving around the gym. I don't know, I feel like that is such an interesting premise. Like, I haven't ever seen a book like that before. Next we have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Is this the same? Yeah, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which I actually read the last one in that little trilogy of interconnected standalones and never read the first two, and I keep on telling myself you need to read the first two, but I just have never got to them. So let me know if those are some books that you guys would recommend so I can get back to them. But this is her YA book that she released in January, I'm pretty sure. It is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. I don't even know what this book's about. I just saw it and I saw that it was Talia Hibbert, and so I picked it up. So we have Best Friends to Enemies to Lovers. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Cannot wait. Ugh, we know, can't wait to read it. Ugh. Okay, and then I wanted to throw a little thriller in here, and that is The One by John Mars. But this is kind of like, it has the little like Cupid's arrows on the cover, and it just gave me that Valentine's Day vibe with a little murderous twist. It reminds me of like The Soulmate Equation, but make it a thriller, and I really like that. So it's a good twist if I need a little change up this month. Going right back into the romances, we have To Love Jason Thorne. This is going to be the month that I finally read this book. I just need to read it. It's just something that has been sitting on my TBR, and I literally was thinking about Marriage for One today and how much I really liked that book, and it is by this author, so I really want to give her other books a shot because I haven't read any of her other books. Another little change up in the month is Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Undamaged Glory. This is a collection of short stories. It's kind of like a palate cleanser in between books. Since there is a lot of romance this month, I do want to throw in just some little like silly fun stories that are going in between. That way I kind of do feel like there's something in between all of these. And then next we have the 3 novellas, which is in the Loathe to Love You bind up. So it is Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero, which I think I'm just going to count this as one book because I mean it's just in a bind up. I'm going to be making a reading vlog, rereading and fully annotating Daisy Jones and the Six this month because the TV show is about to come out and I am so excited. Regret You has been on repeat on my Spotify playlist, and just all of the trailers, I'm so excited, and I just want to do a deep dive into the book just as a little refresher because I read it 2 years ago. I read it in 2021, and so I want to reread it, annotate it, and just get myself familiarized with the book before the TV show comes out. Next we have The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. This is another one that I've just seen forever, and I just looked at my TBR and I was like, you know what, this is going to be one that I want to read this month. I just feel like it'll be nice, cute, funny. Down here, now this is a stretch, but I do want to make a reading vlog for these books, but it's such a stretch. So like, do I think that I'll necessarily get to them? No. But do I hope I will? Yes. That is the Throne of Glass series. So we have Crown of Midnight, The Assassin's Blade, Queen of Shadows, Heir of Fire, Empire of Storm, Tower of Dawn, and lastly, but certainly not least, Kingdom of Ash. Now, I just really want to get into this series. I finished the 2 books that are out in the Crescent City series last month, so I really wanted to get back into another one of these fantasy series, and I started Throne of Glass and I really liked it, and I've just seen so many different TikToks on this series and I just really want to get into it. Like I said, this is like a huge stretch. Like, I'm stretching my arm so far. It's such a stretch. I don't know, but I feel like it's probable because I feel like I'm going to be tired of romance. The final 3 books that I have are the first 3 books in the Addicted series because I am going to be making a video fully deep diving back into them. So like a whole entire video dedicated to the whole entire Addicted series, and then a separate video for the Callaway Sisters series, fully annotating them because I said at the beginning of the year that I really wanted to fully annotate a few books this year, and these are some of them. I already have reading vlogs for these up, but I just really want to make a whole entire in-depth of my annotations and stuff for this series. So of course we have Addicted to You, which I started reading on the plane to California, and then I was like, wait, I want to fully annotate these, so I put it down. And then we have Ricochet and then Addicted for Now. I'm so excited to be back into this world. I literally read like, I think it was like 70-ish pages. I was just so happy to be back in the Addicted Callaway universe. Like, you do not even understand the feeling of picking this book back up and being back in the universe. brought me so much joy to go back to the beginning with these characters and knowing what's going to happen for them and being so proud of them from the beginning of what I know that they are going to accomplish, and just seeing how far they've come with literal fictional characters, like literal words on a paper. I need to get a hold of myself. Okay guys, but those are all of the books that are on my TBR for this month. Tell me what books are on your guys' TBR and what the mood that you are feeling. Are you feeling just mood ready? Are you feeling romance, thriller, nonfiction? What are you feeling this month? Because I know that I am just feeling a lot of romance, so that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna stick with that. So if you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that you guys know how to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing reading month in February. I will see you guys when I see ya. Peace.